What's going on, traders? How we doing? Yes, we made it. We're a little bit late. We went a little bit extra time on pre-market prep. If you guys didn't catch, we had Daniel Ives from Wedbush. That's always important. We got to get some perspective. But now let's get to the fun time, the live trading with Benzinga. It's time to get that dinner. And I don't know about you, but I can use some money. Let's get it.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Those words have been dancing around my head all night. Oh, it's Vegas law, that phrase.
Kiana.
Fisher.
Joy.
Joe. Cards drawn are the past, ones to come are future.
And the best part? It's beatable.
What's going on, traders? Yes, we made it here towards live trading. I know we're a little bit late, so let's go ahead. Let's get right to it, and we got a lot to run through. So Ryan, Zunaid, what's going on, boys? Sorry about being a little bit late today, but let's go ahead. Let's jump right into the stocks. Of course, we have an action-packed kind of day. A lot of earnings came out. There's talks on Russia. There's the Fed minutes released at 2 p.m. It's going to be all over the place today, guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to do our best to touch some of the news while the market's open. Like always, guys, smash the like and let's get it started. First thing we got is Zunaid. Zunaid, what are you looking at today? And what's standing out?
I'll go ahead and kind of be quick with it. I'm going to be looking at all the companies that reported yesterday. So Roblox is going to be one of them, looking at the level of $55 for a bounce. And then I'll be looking at $51 or so. So that range of $50, again, that same exact bounce that we had on Rivian and Affirm the other few days or last week is exactly what I'll be looking at. Also looking at Airbnb, had a nice little pop after the earnings, but it's now kind of fainted away. Looking to see what exactly we get in terms of action with this one. I might take a stab at this at 180, maybe not. I'll let you guys know. But NVIDIA is another one that we'll focus on yesterday. Beautiful trade, pretty much bottom ticked it. And then you can see, again, VWAP test. We talk about this all the time. You want the best risk reward, VWAP test is always going to be there. So beautiful move on NVIDIA. We'll keep an eye on it as it does report ERs later tonight.
All right, let's go ahead. Let's keep going. Let's go to Ryan here. What are you looking at, my friend?
All right. Well, I'm going to be looking at Upstart. I'm definitely going to be looking at Airbnb and Roblox, like Zunaid just mentioned, but won't spend time on that. I am gonna watch Upstart. Remember, the thing about Upstart here, this thing is down from 400, right? Down from 400 to a low of 75. Not only did it get cut in half, but it got cut in half again. It seems to me that the stocks that are really, really beaten down, especially recently, are the ones that are bouncing ferociously. So this fits the bill for sure. So I want to see how this actually plays out once the market opens. We popped to 148. We've actually bled back some of those gains. We're still up 22.7%. So just kind of a monster trade up here. I want to see how this behaves when the market actually opens. The other thing is that it seems to me that spec money, some of these spec plays and these smaller plays are actually working. So I'm going to keep an eye on some of those too. We're going to be watching the scanner, of course. A couple of them that I've identified from the movers here are going to be Hook, Hook IPA Pharma, Hookipa. I'm butchering it. I don't care. We're looking to actually trade this. We come back into 196 and we're able to hold. I actually think we test 210, maybe even 217. Maybe we can get a quick scalp like we did yesterday right out of the open. That would be amazing. One of the other stocks here that we're taking a look at is going to be TSI, right? This is Team Incorporated. What a generic name. Way to go, guys. Anyway, this stock also trading up in the pre-market here. I'd love to see this actually come back into 140 and hold before making a move up. We'll see. We'll see if any of these materialize. We're going to need volume for this, and we're going to need some level 2 sell walls to actually break through for these to work out. So we'll see if these work out. Otherwise, we're going to be watching some of the bigger cap stocks. As always, we're going to watch the VIX. It's currently at 26. As long as we stay under 30, I think we might be all right. You mentioned it, Mitch. There's a lot going on today, so things can switch back and forth throughout the course of the day. It can happen quickly. That's one of the things I'm going to be paying attention to as well.
All right. Well, Ryan, you go ahead and you set that hook. I'll go ahead and I'll take a look to see what you get there. We'll see if you get that. I mean, hey, a little fishing, a little fisher. Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but that's one thing that I definitely want to go ahead and do some of the summer. I need to do a little bit of fishing action.
You know what? I love fishing. It's been a long time since I've gone. I'd love to do that.
You know what,
Mitch,
Ryan? Let's plan a trip, man.
I was just going to say, man, you want to do that? I'm in. You call me.
You know what I've been wanting to learn, Ryan? I don't know if you've ever done it. A little bit of fly fishing.
I've never fly fished before. Fly fished before.
We might have to go get some trout here in Colorado and go do a little fly fishing. Let's get into what I want to look at today, of course, and Chermo got it. I'll give it to Chermo. Gold and oil, and look at the stock that I had pulled on up, MRO. All right, guys, we traded this one yesterday. Nailed the trade on this one. So we got out of this one. I mean, we could have even held it. We traded this one from around the 2027s, around the 2030s. We were in. We got all the way up towards around 2060s, and then we got on out. Now today we're above those levels. We're looking for pullbacks towards 2060s to hold. Oil is a trade that I'm looking for it to get hot today. If you wanted to trade it on kind of a day trade, you could also look at Gush. Gush is setting on up here to push on up. XOM is another one I'd give. Exxon Mobil, it's already been pushing into pre-market and after hours, so just be careful. You could see a pullback for the first hour and then a rip. But let's go ahead. Let's get into what I really am taking a look at. You guys know how I've been all on this and been focusing about it is, of course,
I love gold.
Is that Zunaid?
Guys, I love gold.
Was that Zunaid?
No, that was me there. I threw myself on that. But yeah,
I saw the beard. I saw the beard. I was like, that's Zunaid.
There you go. There you go. That's a good identifier.
Yeah, if you see a beard, it's just Zunaid, So let's go ahead. We'll take a look here. Gold is already on up in the pre-market. This is one that we've been watching. GOLD, I talked about how yesterday could have been a potential nice pullback buy, and look how you're right back to the highs. Yesterday, you guys could have been grabbing gold on that pullback. It was a great opportunity, I think. But I took the swing trade in AU, guys, and we're looking for this to break out through the high there of that Monday move, which was 21.58. We're going to look for a move towards 22. A good little pullback yesterday. We could have added on the trade. We didn't add. We have a decent size swing position on this AU. Normally, I don't hold that big of a position, but since I can measure my risk a little bit more in a gold stock, I'm taking a swing here in AU. We'll see how it turns out. Of course, keep the reopening trades on your watch. We talked about how yesterday could have been an opportunity for American Airlines, and it seemed perfect. It pushed on up there, made a nice move. I'm going to keep a lookout also on CCL. We made a trade of the day yesterday on Norwegian. That was a day trade. Going to look for that continued momentum in Norwegian today. And, of course, Airbnb with the good report, guys, and now taking a hit here. So just be careful. This could be part of the ads that came out with Google, but Airbnb definitely took a nice lift on up. The big thing is 175 on pullbacks. Bells here, guys. I'm sorry that we couldn't get through too many stocks today, but we'll go ahead and, like always, do our best at the open to cover all the stocks that are moving. You guys got stocks in the chat that are moving? Throw it on up. Silver too. Yeah, you can't go wrong really with basic materials. That's really where I'd watch the sector. And then my industry to watch is gold. But like always, you guys make your own decisions on what industries you guys are looking for. The big thing there is call out some leaders and laggards. If you guys got some moves, I'll definitely take a look. All right, let's go ahead. I'm going to put up your chart, Zunaid, and I got to check on something, so I'll be right back.
Oops.
Oh, no.
Something up. Here, let me. Yeah, if you have any stocks you want to put up here on this, you let me know.
No. Go ahead.
I'm just trying to figure out what I'm going to do here.
Now one of my scanners, I have to reload my layout.
I gotcha. I am looking at Roblox spreads at the moment, but they are quite spready, so I am not going to attempt anything here.
Kind of a weak open here. One of the things that I did yesterday was I actually took win calls for the print. Those are, of course, going to expire worthless, it looks like. Still holding them just in case this thing pops, but we kind of a weak open here. So, all right, let me fix my scanner.
Ugh, Roblox. Damn it, man.
BBIG moving. I forgot to mention BBIG. We should absolutely take a look at that.
Sluggy. Well, let me let you guys know I am working on an interview with Slug and Han. We'll be coming back on Money Mitch and also working on Pub M. So if you guys got a stock you guys want to see on Money Mitch, definitely shoot out at me and I'll definitely go ahead and try to get them on.
That's awesome. Yeah, I like and ask. Well, whatever. We could talk about that later. I do like. I'll be looking for that. I'm still holding some SLGG, by the way.
Yeah,
Biggest trade of the year last year.
I got to tell a story about that. You know, she's a big Gallica fan, and she her initials. She told the story on Money Mitch. I asked her what was her favorite game, you know, growing on up, or her favorite game now, and that was it. And she used to love to put in her initials because her initials are ASS. So she should drop that in there and love to throw the high score up there and know that the ass was on top. So
that actually is really funny. That's hilarious.
hey, you got to have some good CEO stories. To me, that was a great one from Ann Han.
I'll tell you what, it takes a sense of humor to enjoy that. I got a lot of appreciation for that. That's good stuff.
Hey, you gotta ask them the good questions, right? You can't just ask them.
You got that right.
I'm gonna try a
guys,
Facebook short.
Sorry.
I'm gonna real quick. I'm gonna take a Facebook short here. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the what the hell is this? The 212.50 puts went ahead and got filled at $3. The reason being is this 315 is right near VWAP, and I'm hoping for it to reject and stay that way. Now my stop loss will be below 216, so I'm risking about $1.50 or so.
Guys, all I can say is, and I'm trying to set up some trading here, so I can get this going here. But let me just show you this chart right out the back. I love gold. Gold ripping on up there. GOLD already making a nice push. That was a 2% push right out the gates there, guys. So keep your eyes on gold. We'll see if this can continue making moves. Of course, AU is the one that I have already pushing into the green there with the swing trade. This is a triple down swing trade. So we'll see how this AU works out. I'll definitely keep an eye on it. And now I'm looking for oil. Oil did push on up there, looking for pullbacks to the VWAP here on XOM, but it's just pushing right out the gates here, not even giving me a shot to grab it. Gush also, MRO also. Going to take a look at some of these oil plays.
Real quick, we were looking at TSI here out the gate. We talked about it pre-market. One of the things that I'm seeing right here is that it was pretty strong out of the gate, but really couldn't take out 158. So far, 158 looks like the spot. Again, if we were playing this, we'd be playing this for a very, very quick scalp. We'll get married to this thing. But not going to take this until we actually set up at the 158 level. We tried. I think we got to like 157 and pulled back a little bit here. So still watching that one. All right, and BBIG was still getting some flow here. Looks like we're actually coming back in here towards the first pre-market high. So it'd be interesting to see if we bounce here. So who took B puts? Was that you, Zunaid?
Yeah, I put it in the chat. Just I'm trying to.
And Mitch, by the way, you know, you were talking about gold. We actually had a discussion about gold in the happy hour last night.
Gold is just straight ripping today, guys. On there as well. I'll give a shout out here at NEM. If you're looking for laggard types of trade, that just did a nice little VWAP bounce. Look for it to come back maybe to 64s. Give you another attempt to get in there. You can take a look at some other trades there, but definitely gold just pushing on up. FNV, look at this one straight on up there. So this is my index. I've talked about this, how it's so important. We talked about this back when it was down here. Look how we're above the trend, held the pullback day, and now pushing above that high, showing me that gold is breaking on out today. I'm loving this trade. I'm loving my AU. I'm going to just let it work here. We're going to try to take some out above 22s, see if we can get back towards these highs up here, and then we'll look to take some off on AU. All right. Did see that Google news that was put out today, so you could get some drop in some stocks that have app and advertising. One that I was looking at to short that I was thinking about potentially taking is Match. match to the downside. This was given also by Spencer on pre-market prep. Love to give him a shout out when he calls out a trade. This is a nice little bear flag. I could see it cracking through 115s today, going to 114. Do like the fade right now off the VWAP. The only problem that I really haven't taken this is look at the spread. The spread is 60 cents. To me, I think that's a little bit too wide to go after. I would need the spread to tighten up here and maybe get towards, let's say, 116.50 as the entry. You have to risk near a whole dollar on this point on this stock. So, I mean, you're almost risking that just in the spread alone. So you got to be careful on a name like this. I do like the trade, but at the same time, when the spread's this wide, it's just hard to trade.
Elite Trading. So I took a 4% trade on SoFi. SoFi rocketing out of the gate here, up about 60 cents here on SoFi right out of the gate. Nice job if you took that. Actually, I completely missed this. This is on my scanner, but missed the actual entry for this.
All right, missed the VWAP bounce there in XOM. Kind of a little upset with myself. Should have definitely nailed that. Looking to try to get maybe MRO at VWAP.
All right. The Facebook trade, you're up about 16%. Feel free to scale out. I'm going to go ahead and scale out at $3.80 is my first scale out. I am being a little greedy. Do not get caught in the fire with me. Please scale out. You're up 16%. NVIDIA, someone going to take a look at. It's at 260. This is fine if you wanted to. Right here, you could get in, and then break of 259, you could get out. You're risking about $1.50. To me, the best area would be more so around the 254, 250 area. Will we get there? I have no clue. I would leave NVIDIA alone for now.
Starter here at MRO, looking to add here. This is moving pretty fast there, but it hasn't moved much. It's only about 15-cent range today. Definitely like the XOM a little bit better on the daily chart. Wanted that one, but already missed the VWAP bounce in that one. So going for more the laggard here in MRO here. This is the VWAP trade right off of the VWAP after you got a confirmation move. What I mean by confirmation, move down below VWAP, above VWAP, come back below it, and then hold it. Now I want to see VWAP hold here. Don't want to see it take out that low there of 86. What's going on out there, guys? I need to set up the music. I didn't even get that done today. It's definitely a move today. Look at NUE for a scout play, says Voodoo. That's not a bad one to take a look at.
Let's do it. NUE.
That's a steal play.
Yep. So this is one of the steal leaders.
Yeah, this is actually one that stopped me out yesterday. And even though it ended green, that's how you can somehow still get a trade wrong, even though the daily shows a nice green candle.
So Vic's trying to trade back up now.
Ryan, I took the Facebook puts that I put in the chat and called it out as well. I took the 212 Facebook puts, the 212.50 Facebook puts. I got filled at $3, and I filled some more when I tried to test the 215.50 at 281. My first out will be $3.80, I believe is what I have my order. Yeah, $3.85 is what I have. Got about 4 seconds left on this candle.
All right, want to see MRO just take off here.
Asia Air found snakes on a plane. Is that a Samuel L. Jackson joke, or is that like for real in there? I can't tell, honestly.
Dude, that would be the scariest thing ever. I'm just letting you know. I'm jumping off that plane.
I mean, if you got Samuel J there, you just let him take care of it.
I don't know about you guys. I've messed with a lot of things in my life. I don't mess with snakes.
I had a pet snake when I was much younger, but I mean, it was a ribbon snake. It's not harmful or anything.
Oh, man, I just can't deal with snakes. I could deal with everything else. It's not snakes.
Spiders?
Spiders. I'm good with spiders, frogs.
I'll mess with spider ETFs, but that's about as far as I go.
Oh, I see what you did there.
I like that.
Look at that guy. This guy right here.
Call me a father with that dad joke.
Oh man! So we were exchanging dad jokes on the happy hour the other day, and one of the viewers was like, "Rule number 1 of dad jokes, or how to make your dad jokes more impressive."
Added
Step
here,
1,
MRO. Risk now 2090s here, guys. Don't want to see below 2090s now.
All right, I'll try and focus here, folks. Not a lot going on yet.
Yeah.
Yet.
Looking for oil take off here and gold to take off. start showing us inflationary trade today.
All right, Facebook contracts, you're up about 22%. I need 15 more cents for my order to be filled. Come on, Facebook. Oh my God, don't do this to me.
Next resistance for me on MRO is 21.25. That's where I take first profit, and then I'll look to sell the rest on a continuation move. It's going to be very important right here, guys. Right here is so important. Look at the 1 minute. This is a 1 minute pattern. It could easily turn into a 15, so I'm going to be really close and tight here.
Yeah, Jay Rice, DVN is ripping. Not in this, didn't really have any type of entry on this or any type of alert on this, but absolutely that is ripping to the highs here. Energy looks like it might be back. What's oil doing? Oil up 1.5% today.
Got to keep this tight here on MRO. It's okay if we get out and we can get back in.
Give me 10 more cents. Come on, Facebook.
It's really close to breaking through the 21s. Want to see a breakout through that 21 now. If not, it'll probably reject down through the 2090s and we'll get out. DVN, Jay calling out that it's ripping. BBQ is ripping. We got the BBQ moving again. I remember when that stock kept going and I was just confused. You know, there's certain times you just see moves and you're just like, what the hell?
Yep.
That was it. That was BBQ for me. All right, right here, guys, make it or break it moment here in MRO. It just needs to get through that 21. This is when you pay attention a lot of the times. I look at the time in sales. You're looking for big orders to go through. You see a 1,000 order. You see a 2,500 at 21. That's giving you good sign. Now you want to see a big order pop through here, and then all of a sudden you go right to the high 2110s. What do you got on this also? You get lower and lower highs. We talk about this all the time. What are you looking for? Higher and higher lows. That's what I mean. Higher lows, higher low, higher low. Now you don't want to see it break that low, which was 2090.
We're watching the hook. We're still in no man's land on hook, so I've been unable to set it, Mitch. But if we can either take out 196, oh, maybe it's curling up here.
Didn't lose a hook though, right?
The scalp here. Say again.
You didn't lose a hook yet.
I didn't lose it. But I haven't set it either. So
that's how it is, right? Can't you lose it if you don't use it?
That's true.
MRO close watch, John. Yeah, we'll see what happens here. It's really tight.
You got a nice bounce off of VWAP so far, holding it past 4 or 5 minutes.
Yep.
And there it goes.
There it goes.
21. Crack.
All right, now we're going to hold towards VWAP. We don't want to crack below the 93 area there. 90s will get us out, and we're at 2096, guys.
Airbnb slightly above VWAP as well, similar to MRO. So if you want to take a shot, you could. Your risk, however, to me would be below 180. So,
and just FYI, folks, market pulling a little bit here. Nothing to really be concerned about, but keep that in mind when you're making some of these day trades.
I like that. Appreciate that mention.
Come on, Facebook. Bro, the ask is at like 380. Can we just please fill me at 385? Please. Please.
All right, last attempt here. Let's see if we get through it on MRO. I think this is the moment right now. There's 2105s, 1,000, 1,800 starting to step up in the 2104s. Here's the 2108. Let's go. Let's go. Get that oil. I need a new soundbite. I love oil.
Preview, right, looks like you were shorting shop, if I got that right.
Now we should see the extension on up, and it should break out. What do I look for here? I look for volume confirmation. Volume is actually pretty low right now. We want to see this spike on up here. Maybe get towards the 100,000. Another thing we could look for is a MACD crossover. Look how this is starting to bounce off of this. We want this back up towards the top here and showing you that extension. Another thing we can do is we can use one of our money flows. And so our money flow indicators are at the top here. So one thing that you want to be seeing is the Chaikin money flow. This is the light blue line that you see here. As long as it's above 0, it's actually pointing towards the upside. And so you see these bounces right here. You want to see it take out that high, and that shows you more confirmation that we're looking good here. All right, going back towards Zunaid, and looks like someone's calling out an NUE VWAP bounce. Not a bad one to take a look at.
Ram is asking about what about nat gas, guys. I'll be honest, we've been talking about nat gas the past couple of weeks because of the move in Boyle, where it went from 26 to 58 and then back to 28. So just be careful with nat gas. This thing is amongst the professional circles. I gather that this thing is called the Widowmaker. So
MRO, high a day.
be careful.
Boom, boom. Let's go. All right, now we're going to go hold, and we're holding to VWAP. We're trying to get the extension towards the 25s here. You should see a little pop into the 20s, and I might take some off there, and then we'll let the rest of it just kind of work, see if we can get towards 2150 there. You see the 2119 show up there on the offer side? It's kind of the same move that I was expecting here. Now I want to see the volume follow. So you got a spike, and a lot of people just start jumping on the offer. They're like, oh, I want to get in, I want to get in, I want to get in. Now I want to see the volume actually follow through. And we did get that volume confirmation. We got the MACD confirmation. Now I'm looking for the Chaikin money flow to start popping on through that level. That's exactly what we just got. Confirmation on there. 2120 showing up. Boom. Just sold there at 2119s, half of it. Now let this rest of it work. What also happened there was you see at 2114, 20,000 shares go through. Big boy order. That could be someone selling out already. So to me, I want to go ahead and join on half of that sellout right there. And now I'll look for the continuation move. And we could actually set the stop on this break even. And we don't even need to look at this trade anymore. And we can let it work. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to go ahead and set 97 as the stop. Do a stop limit at 2093s or 2094s. So that gives me 3 cents on the stop there when the stop hits, and now I can just go ahead and let the trade work. Let's go. Let's go. Get that money.
Watching BKKT here. BKKT looks like we had a spot from yesterday at 861, stopping at 850 today. Lots of volume, but I don't necessarily see an entry trigger yet. So just kind of watching that. No position yet. This has been a former owner before, so I wouldn't be opposed to taking a stab at this here, but nothing yet. Just kind of watching it. Again, 850 and then 861 are the two levels we're looking to follow here for this to work out.
Update on my Facebook trade. We were about 21% in the money, in profit, and I could not get my out by 5 cents. So now we're coming back to test 215. I did go ahead and grab a couple more contracts, got filled at $3 once again. I am this time going to go ahead and have orders filled at $3.40 and then $3.85 and so on and so forth. Stop loss still above 216. Market would need to pull though.
Yeah, I hope somebody's playing that gold today. Look at that move in GOLD. Beautiful move, guys. We've been watching it. Gold is on fuego. Show me the money. All right, there's MRO coming on down there. Another big order went through there at 2109. 10,000 shares going through there. And so I pay attention to these. These could be someone building up a position around the 15s. There you guys have it. Just got clicked off there. I'm out of the trade, break even on the rest. And that's the way I game it, guys. I have no problem trying to continue. But if it comes back to my break even price point, I have my rules. I'm stopped out of there. I take the trade off. And then I can always get back in. I got the gain there, and now I can just move on. AU really working up there for us today. AU now getting on up there towards 2166. We'll look toward if it takes out 22 today. If you guys know, we called this one out. We've been talking about this one for multiple days now, really getting that lift today and seeing the continuation. We'll see if we can continue seeing the moves out here. Of course, the SPY now heading back down. This is what I kind of expected, a big crackdown in the SPY. There you guys have it. Gold looks like it should probably take on off. I might get right back into this MRO here with you're seeing this dip down. What I want to see is to take out the low here around 2086, try to test down there, and then I'm going to grab right back in here.
Yeah, market is pulling here. BNZB, BNZNB. It's so hard saying your name, man. BZB is what I'm calling you. BZB was mentioning apps, ticker APPS. What a sell-off in this. There is no way I'm going to try to play this for a bounce here. I'm not sure how your playing this, but what a sell-off. Hook starting to go. Missed the spot at 196, unfortunately.
Oh, come on, Facebook.
Long here, MRO.
Yeah, I'm going to take a stab at Hook here. Feels like I'm chasing, but we'll see.
I'm back in MRO, guys. Gonna do a little bit of a scalp trade through the highs there. If it gets through 2120s right now, that's the good look. Gold still making a good move there. If you're looking at that, oil looking good here. Let me look at XOM because that's one that I wanted to look at for deep pullbacks, and it looks good here. Maybe we'll see if we take out 80 now on the up move. So that's XOM. You guys can be watching that. Another one you guys can be watching is Gush. Gush is kind of leveraged. It's more for the day trade, but you can see it just holding the VWAP for the third time there. Looks like it could take out the 119.45s there. So this is not a bad one to take a look at if you're looking for day trades here.
App's taking another leg lower.
Really like that look.
I scalped Hook, but it was for like 2 cents. It was really no big deal. It wasn't even worth shouting. This thing is really heavy. But it moves kind of slow. So I'll wait for this to set up again. We'll see. If we can come back into 197, I'd be interested again. Apps, don't know what's going on here. Digital Turbine really just kind of selling off here. Don't have anything in the news. I can check with the news desk and see if we have got any reason why this is going down. I don't know off the top of my head. Let me see if I can find anything for you. Hook keeps going.
That line. Got to let out that line there.
No, I'm not in it. I'm there. I'm not doing anything here. It felt so. I tried to get in at 199. I was in at 199. If thought I was going to get a pop through 2, didn't get a pop. Ended up closing it at 201. So for like a 2-cent gain. And it came back in a little bit, and then it resumed the pop. So I actually got shaken. I thought it was going to move quicker. And
got shaken? Mark shaken?
Shaken, not stirred, baby.
Facebook, on the additional ads that we had at $2.80, I'm out at $3.40. Finally, good God, I got filled. Next out is going to be $3.85. Again, you're up about 12% once again after being up 22. Do as you please. I'm still being a little greedy.
I'm liking this MRO here, guys. It's building up here. We want to see it now get back above VWAP and hold VWAP no matter what. Boom. The 21's coming into play, seeing a lot of volume that has been building in the range. And to me, that's someone taking a bigger size position here in oil, looking for a push. So now we're going to go ahead and play this. We're in this at 2101 here. We built up our own position here. Now let's see if this can get back through that 2120s. The good thing is we actually already give ourselves the risk on this trade because we made the gains. So let's see if this can really break out and give us that next lift on up.
Hook 210, the high from today. Looks like it's going to try to take that. Might actually re-enter this trade here.
Hey, I'll take a look at Hook.
This is just a penny stock, kind of a slow mover, big time volume. But it's doing this against the market, which is notable, right? 210, your intraday high there.
Yeah, I like the way the 190s held. Wouldn't be surprised if we get a $2 test and then go.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, we pull back towards $2. I might take another stab at this just on a bounce play there.
Yeah. What's the float like? Oh, it's got a big float, it looks like. Or bigger than what I usually see, rather.
John talking about a channel on MRO that just passed resistance and support on the 5-year. Man, you're looking back there, John. Can't blame you, though.
Here we go. Hook at 310. Backed off here. Or 210. Excuse me. 210.
Somebody get Zunaid some strong coffee. You don't want to see Zunaid on coffee, man.
No, you don't. No, you don't. We just need Facebook to get moving. That's all we
Haven't
need.
you never had coffee or something insane like
Yeah,
that?
that's what I'm
I've
saying.
never
yeah,
had a full. I've tasted coffee because people be like, "Oh my god, try it,"
try
but I've
it.
never had a full cup of
I like
coffee.
it.
Oh my god,
I like
I
that
love
one,
your
Zunaid.
try it.
bro. Come on, just try it, man. Just try a
But
little
I've
bit,
never
bro.
had.
Zunaid. What the f?
What?
All the cool people are doing it. What's wrong with
I
you?
know. I'm just not cool, man.
All right, guys.
At least
so
that's what they told me in high school.
I
I have
disagree. I think you're
a
cool.
rule here that's coming into play. I always talk about it, right? The rule of three, right? So you look on MRO, right? You're going to see here 3 bottoming actions. These are the bottoming actions. Now we get the 4th one. This is the 4th one. This is that attempt to break down the pattern. I always look for this one because I feel like this is that one that fakes a lot of traders out, and a lot of traders end up getting out of the trade, and then they watch the trade go and work in their favor. This is that area right here where you get that, and it actually, what does it do? This candle is a bullish engulfing candle, and so it gives you a bottom to go off of. This is a great sign to see, and then when you recover that VWAP, which is that orange line that you're seeing here, now I could actually hold off that VWAP, and I'm looking for this to continue on out. Just wanted to draw it on out. I love to talk about my rules because that's when I can be objective. That's when I can just be like, all right, hands off. Let's look for the continuation. We know what should happen here.
What are you doing? My office assistant just woke up from his nap.
There you go. There you go. Saying hi, saying what's up.
Yeah, but he's gonna lay on the escape key again, and he's gonna do something.
Oh, I
He's
know how
gonna
that
he's
goes.
gonna end stream.
He better not end stream. I got trouble with the cat. Because I know how to end the
Yeah,
stream. I'll tell you
mine
something.
loves to hit the freaking F5. All of a sudden, I'm in refresh mode. I'm like, what's going on?
That's impressive because it's in the middle of the keyboard. The escape's right on the end. He just rubs his face on it.
Yeah, mine loves to just throw a paw all of a sudden on the keyboard.
Looking at Facebook here, it's a 3rd attempt. They're trying to break 215s. Hoping it rejects, obviously, but we'll find out.
All right, lots of volume stepping up here in MRO. This is looking great, guys. Once we get through the 2120s, I'm going to look to sell out half and look for the rest for the momentum move, guys. There you guys have it. 2117s coming here. I'm looking for the breakthrough 2120s. Let's go. Let's go. MRO.
All right, I see some Facebook 220 calls coming in for this week. I don't like it. I'm going to go ahead and get out of my Facebook calls. I'll let you know when I get filled in just a second.
Can we take out the 20s? How's our SPY? How's our lovely SPY? Still dropping?
Wow, 10 down on a hook, and it's through.
Filled.
I didn't get it. That was fast.
Filled Facebook out at 285. I'm out.
Whew, that AU
This was up
trade.
20%. Didn't quite take profits like I should have. The ads that we took, we went ahead and had profit on, but overall, very, very, very small win.
All right, guys, I do want to mention something I'm love seeing right now is I'm loving to see that the reopening trade has decoupled from the SPY. If you look, they're really holding on today. They're holding VWAP while the SPY is really weak. That's a great sign for your reopening trades kind of people out there that have been nailing those trades. I think those are the trades that you guys should probably keep a close eye on because they have been pushing and the earnings have been looking good. I haven't heard COVID numbers being mentioned in so long. This is exactly what I was looking to happen in February because I was expecting that January would be the top of COVID because of Omicron and how many people missed work. I mean, I missed work in January. I know so many people that missed because of COVID. And I think that we're finally getting towards that point that the reopening trade is full on, full steam.
This hook is really incredible. I'm sorry I keep watching it. It's
Show us the hook, man. You can't talk about the hook without showing us the hook.
it's just been wild. You see the volume sticks. The plan worked, right? I was actually late on the 196 break. I actually chased this a little bit, 198. There was a battle at 2. This red candle in here on the 1 minute, this is what shook me from the position. You can see it moved higher, battled around 206 to 208. Now, when it went up to 215, it took out all of the sellers that were there, and then they refreshed it. So 215 going to be another spot here We'll see if it challenges. Volume stick is getting pretty crazy here. So it's just a wild one. Lots of shares back and forth here. Really, really low price, moves kind of slow. The pop through 210 was really good, though. It wasn't fast enough to catch that.
There's American Airlines starting to push. I really like that pattern there. I was calling it out. This is the bottom left pattern here. You see a symmetrical triangle, hold the VWAP. What do you get? 3 moves below VWAP. I like that move in American Airlines. I'm not going to take it because I'm just focused on this MRO trade, but it's a good setup, and I love when I can see good patterns.
Yeah, UPSC, I'm kind of keeping an eye on it. I want to go ahead and play the 150s with a stop loss below like 136, but that's a pretty wide stop loss. I'm not the biggest
take
fan.
out of 2120s here. There's 20,000 shares going through there at 2120s. That big guy, I feel like he sold a little bit of his share size right there. So I'm actually looking for him to give me a push. Let's go. Get to that 2120s. I turned around from his sell. Trying to see him get flushed through.
AUPH spiking here on volume. Not in it. Don't see anything through the news here, but the action's nuts. Big volume stick. Moved from what, 819 handle up through 20 here. So big spike, AUPH.
All right, let's go. There's an offer there. You see the 100 order on ARCA. Look at that, guys. Look how that's going to blow through. That's what we call a wall. Ryan and I talk about this all the time. When you see that wall there, look how you see that 100 on ARCA. Look how it's going to go through. It should go through like 100, 80, 60, 30, boom. And you see the wall get taken out. You know I'm focusing when the hand comes up to the face, guys. Just to give you guys a little insight on my strength.
You're giving away your tells, Mitch.
I have to. Sometimes I like to. There's always tells, guys. There's always tells.
Always.
I used to always pay attention to that in baseball, man. I used to catch so many tells. Patterns, baby. I've been looking for patterns all my life. Some people see them, some people don't. All right, third rejection there to get above the 2120s. We talk about the rule of 3, right? On the 1 minute, my time frame that I'm trading on right now, it needs to get back through that 2120 and take off. If it rips through on the 2110s on the downside, we could come right back through that VWAP. And so right now, what I'm paying attention to is 2 things. I'm seeing the SPY kind of hold on out a little bit. So it's okay that we're seeing some sideways consolidation here at the top of the range. The big thing is for me on my time frame, now that you're getting these rejections from that, it needs to break through now on that next move. If you don't get that breakthrough, you could just sell out the rest of the position and just take what you got on your time frame.
All right, I'm going to take a risky play. Don't want to fat finger that many contracts. I'm going to go ahead and grab the 150 calls on UPST expiring this week. Got filled at $4.75. Let me go ahead and bring it up here. Simply because it's going to go ahead and try to test maybe the VWAP area or the 3 or the 139. So I'm risking probably, if this trade doesn't work out, 30 to 40%, I believe. But again, very small size because it's risky, and the stop loss is a little wider than I'd like. 474 is my entry price.
Let's go. Let's go. Can we get through the level right here at 2122s? There's the extension.
Nice. That's all day.
Let's go. Let's go.
Nice job. MRO. John, you're trading that too, aren't you? John and Mitch both hitting MRO.
All right, guys, we're going to sell into this momentum here, at least half of it. Right there. Got half of it out there at 2127s. Now looking for to leave the other 150 shares. Let it work.
Awesome stuff. Love seeing it in the chat. Yo, Ryan, can you check out?
Look at this, guys. Boom, green box, baby. Drew it before. Now we're in it. Let's go. Took some profit there. Now we're going to make sure that it kind of holds VWAP for here on out. We're at 2101, remember. So to me, this can't get back below VWAP. VWAP is at 2104s. Now you could do the same thing that we did last time. What did we do? We set a stop and we stopped trying to pay attention to it so the emotions don't get to us. Now, where am I looking for the extension to take full profits on would be at 2150s, which would be that extension above. How do I get 2150s? Because I take a look here at the flag pattern. If you measure it from the bottom, you're going to get about 35 cents. I feel like we really broke on out here from the 21. And so you're getting kind of that lift above from here. You got up there towards 45s, 2150s in that range. Remember, whenever you're measuring, it's never an exact. One thing you can use is always other levels. And I always like doing that. Like look at the hourly, where's the resistance come into play? Up there by 2143s. And so that's why I'm kind of looking at these levels and seeing if we can get back up there towards the 2150s now.
Couple of questions here. Let me get it. Let me make sure I get it.
Pub M.
I can't keep track of all this. Stu is asking, yo, Ryan, can you check out Pub M? So Pub M here, you're asking if this is a good entry. No, frankly, I don't really think so. This stock is super expensive on a revenue to market cap basis. I want to see this recent downtrend broken. We did bounce nicely off of 20. This is the round number bounce that we talk about. We're up, 9.5 points off that. But as far as actually, I don't know, what are you trying to do? I don't see any real day trade here. I don't see any catalyst here. We got earnings coming up in 2 weeks. I wouldn't swing this right now. Not really sure what you're looking at. No, I would not enter this for a trade here today. Hook, what are we waiting for? We're waiting to see what happens around VWAP. Looks like it bounced 1 cent higher than VWAP. So I still think a VWAP test is in there. We might actually overshoot VWAP on that. If so, probably take a stab at that. And then there was another question here. Hey, what happened to Benzinga Charlie on toss? Charlie is no longer on toss. He is on Benzinga. He's been here his entire career. The deal with Thinkorswim ended, so you're going to have to join Pro to get access to Charlie. You actually
boom, baby.
Pro.
Get that Pro. Free 2-week trial. Don't even need a credit card.
That's right.
All right, let's go ahead. Let's keep going, guys. Looking for other trades out there. I talked about reopening trades before, right? So 2 that I'm watching are Play and 6. I'm thinking about a scalp here on Play above 43s to get above there, maybe to the 43.50s. But also we could take a look at, and I'll take a look at is 6. Six Flags was another one that I'm looking at. And look how the reopening trade is on, baby. Six Flags holding well today. If you take a look here at the daily, look how they just starting to push right back on up. These are the types of trades that I'd be looking at out there, guys. So let's take a look at Hilton. Hilton continuing the push here, not looking too bad. Let's take a look at the 15-minute, now holding VWAP there. So you guys can take a look at Hilton, see if it takes on off. But yeah, I mean, the reopening trade, guys, is so on. It's on like Donkey Kong, man. OSW, remember we talked about this one yesterday. This one does the spas for the cruise lines. I do like this on a daily swing above 11s. I might take this today off of the 1050 and just start getting positioned here in OSW. What's going on, Rich? What plan do you use? I'm not sure exactly what that
I think he's talking about the Benzinga Pro plan, perhaps.
Maybe clarify, Richard. I don't understand.
Yeah. Either that or your charting plan.
Yeah, my charts. I'm not sure exactly.
Looks like, by the way, it looks like I ended up getting. Remember, I told you guys on Hook, I was waiting for that retest of $2. I got filled at 201.
So that's VWAP.
For a few thousand shares. Here, let me go to Hook. Go to the 1 minute. Yeah, so right here is where I got filled at 201. I'm not going to sell it. I'm not going to sell it just yet. I'm going to wait for at least $2.08 or so for half of it to be out. And my stop loss, for those wondering, is going to be about 187. So risking about 14 cents or so. UPSC coming down as expected, unfortunately.
think another VWAP test here at 201 on deck here for Hook.
Thinking about shorting here, Ford.
And my monitors are about to go out.
Nice hourly pennant pattern on Ford here. Whichever way it goes, I think it has a nice setup. Doesn't mean I have to trade it to the short side or long side right now. I do like when I see this kind of setup. You're getting that kind of 3 highs here. You just pulled back from that breakout. If it gets back through 1815s, it's going to push on up. Below 1795s, I'd also look for a breakdown. A lot of this is really based, I think, on the SPY today. We're finding some bottoming action. The question is, are we going to just see a rip on up? Or are we going to continue this downward leak?
I missed my ads on UPST as it tried to get closer to VWAP here. You can see on the 1 minute, it got all the way down to about 140.70s. I had my ads around 140.10s. I didn't get it. So missed my ads, but the contract are right at break even. So if you're uncomfortable, if you feel like you oversized a little bit, matter of fact, the ask is at 510. So you can probably squeak a little bit of profit on UPST. And you've got MRO looking to go high of day again, trading at 21.30s. And you've got Hook at $2.03 in the money by 2 pennies. Mitch, are you guys using Benzinga, TradingView, or TC2000? We're using all of them.
All that you just said, Rich.
Yeah.
You got to have some sources, man. No, it's all about what kind of gives you strength, right? And so look at moments like that. One thing to take a look at right now, XOM being at the VWAP. I know that someone just mentioned that. That's not a bad one to take a look at. If I wasn't in my MRO trade, I'd probably take this trade towards the upside. It did look good here on the 1 minute. You see the kind of below here, that last kind of fake out candle, right? I look for that fake out candle right there. So now you know 79. If it breaks on the low side of 79, I wouldn't be in this trade anymore. And now I'm looking for the upside through that 79.68, which is a resistance. We'll see if that can happen there, and it keep moving here. Now Ford is one that I'm watching for maybe a potentially taking a long here towards 815 and 1820s. But the big thing on that is what's going to happen in the SPY. Are we just going to get a rejection from here and just crash right back down? That's where I'm trying to get a little bit careful there. Don't want to just get trapped. Jermo says he loves trading with us. That's what I like to hear, man. That's what it's all about, man, is enjoying it. And I mean, we're never going to have it all right, but one thing that we're definitely going to do is try to have a good time, guys. One, two, and then the 4.
UPSC tried to break out of the 145, couldn't do it. Second time it tested it, could not get it done. And you've got MRO testing new highs. Actually, it's at 21.34. And you've got Hook at $2.07.
I like how Boyd talking about here that awesome no stress, almost no stress. That's what it's about. I mean, one thing we don't want to be giving you guys is more pressure, because that doesn't do anybody good, guys. All right, SPY getting taken down there, and that's what I was a little bit concerned on Ford, where we're going to get a takedown there. And so here's where it gets a little bit trappy in a lot of stocks, where some are looking towards the upside. But if the SPY just keeps cracking, you can just get yourself caught.
Out half size on Hook at $2.08. Half size out.
Speaking about a scalp here on Oxy, look at this. What do you think about this setup, Ryan, for a scalp? You like those setups?
Looks pretty good there. Let me pull it up on my chart so I can actually look at those levels. Oxy. Oh, yeah. In fact, we actually just took out that high a day. At 40,
it was like about a second or two late to the trade, so I didn't want to take it. But
well, so let's look at, I'm sorry to run you over there, Mitch, but let's look ahead. This level that you just took out, if you look back to the 14th, this level acted as support the entire day. the entire day. So I think you actually start building above this level, we could easily hit 4150 and actually probably closer to 4180. Right. So this level here, absolutely important. You can definitely scalp here. By the way, Hook, this is the pull that we're waiting for. So if it finds some footing here, you might get a curl here on Hook. Sorry to change the.
No, you're good, dude.
I literally just noticed it. So this is what I'm talking about. We come in towards 196 and probably take another stab at this. We are under VWAP now, so VWAP reclaim might also pop it.
All right, I have a feeling Foy is going to break down here, but there's not too much on the downside that I could go after. I'd have to.
BKKT. Sorry.
No, you're good. I'd have to use big share size, so I'm looking for other trades out there. BKTT moving.
Well, BKKT took out that 861 level and popped as high as what, 8?
Hourly pattern looks good there, guys. I like that hourly pullback that you did today. So 840s on the downside. I think it needs to hold now. You see that hourly?
Yeah, so I'm on the hourly now. And this is kind of what I was looking at here. You take this out, I think maybe next move is up here. And you were saying, what is your support on this hourly?
So you have a resistance that you had on the hourly, you'll see $8 support, 840 resistance. You see a couple wicks there today. This is the fourth move to get above the 850s. Now, really on my eyes, I'd look at the 1 minute and I would even watch that 850. You could even be tighter. Like, I don't want to see it below 850. If it tests a wick, that's cool. But
yeah.
I'm going to get out of Hook.
On gauges only. Hey, listen, Mitch is really good with his instruments. You give him a good map and some good instruments, and he can fly a plane through the Swiss Alps with no windows.
Yeah, I like to do 14ers, guys. So I've been up there in the clouds.
On Hook, I'm going to go ahead and get out of this trade here. 4-cent lost on half of them, 7-cent gain on half of them. So small profit once again. Just didn't like the way that it cracked $2. Now it's below VWAP. Not the biggest fan. I am out. 198.23 is my fill on the out. So small win once again. Airbnb up a solid 2%, baby.
Ooh, I was going to go for NEM, and then I look at it, it's already pushing. Gold trade here. I was looking for a laggard type of trade, right? I'm seeing gold come right back into favor. If you look here at GOLD, you see it kind of closer towards the support there. This one's a little bit too extended for me. That's why I didn't go after this one. But I did see it start moving back on up. So you could take a look at some other trades out there. Maybe this RGLD or something like that you guys can look for. We'll see what happens now.
Chris saying in the F short at 1798. So I think what you're talking about is right in here. Once we broke beneath that, 1798 is probably the bottom of this candle. Once we broke this candle, you're short. I would imagine your target is probably 1785. Don't know what your target is there, but looks like a nice short on the break of that bottom candle.
Order out here for WPM here, guys. I'm looking to get filled at 42.65.
I like that forward trade because it's that's going along with what the market is doing. Right back up to your entry point.
All right, guys, here long on WPM, guys, gold trade.
Mitch Gauge runner.
Drawing out the trade for us to kind of show you guys exactly.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Risk and reward here. This is what I like to do. I like to draw it out, guys, because when I draw it out, it also helps me even more, guys. I think this is something that you guys should look into doing, especially if you're a newer trader and you kind of don't understand what your risk is or what your reward is. A lot of the times, drawing, for me, I think it represents graphically risk to reward, profit to loss ratio. You want to be seeing your boxes about twice as big on the reward side. This gives you a good outlook for, hey, am I going after the right risk to reward? I think this is very important for traders out there. So like, let's say here for this WPM trade, right? And so one thing you can do is when you get your entry, start drawing out a box where your risk really is. If you see it get below that box, okay, boom, I'm out. I'm not going to stick around in the trade. But if you see it getting back into your green, you can also be like, okay, so where is the resistance? Where am I looking to take the profit? Is this box two times as big as this box? Yes. To me, I can move this box up and I can fit more than 2 boxes in here. And so that shows me graphically that at least I'm getting the right profit to loss ratio. I think this is so important that a lot of traders just kind of don't even calculate in their trades. And this should be kind of a starting block of setting up your trade. All right, KSCP has been wild since it opened. Yeah, I know you RoboCops out there. Can't blame you. Beautiful pop there on UPST being called out in the chat there, guys.
Yep, we're up about 16% on our contracts. Again, we got the 150 calls expiring this week. We were filled at $4.74. Currently, the bid is at $5.70. So up about 23%. Crack of that 145 is what we wanted to see. Crack of that 145 is what we got. Now we'll just see if we can get a march towards 148. But please scale out. Remember what happened with Facebook? We're up 22%. I missed the sell by about 5 cents, so as I adjust my plan, squeaked out a little win versus a decent one. So please scale out.
All right, guys, getting really close to taking some more profit here on MRO. We've been in this trade since 2101s. Now we're looking for this to continue through here through the 45s. But if it doesn't get through here, we're going to go ahead and sell a little bit more. I'll keep about 50 shares here to see if it can continue, but looking to sell 100 shares at this push.
Yeah, and another reason to be concerned about UPST is just because SPY is under VWAP. So you want the market to be strong. You've got the Qs and the SPY under VWAP. So be smart.
All right, guys, just took some off there, 100 more off of MRO at 2140s. Not liking the slowdown there. And I think it's a little bit turny here. So I'm keeping a little bit left here, about 50 of the shares, but not a bad trade there. We took more than $50 already off of MRO.
I do see about $250,000 coming into UPST, the 150 strikes, same exact ones that we got, except I didn't put $250,000 into it. So I like it. Gives me a little more confidence. Will it work out? TBD.
Hook looks like it's curling. I would love to see it come through 2 here on volume. Yep. Nervous to front run this just because of the action that we've already seen. But yeah. A pop through 2 might produce another scalp here.
Getting close to my risk zone here for WPM. Don't want to see it break that 50 and then just crack down here. So you just got to be close here. Just keep a close eye on it.
Oh, shit.
Back up through the 4275s, I'll add for the breakout to 43. A lot of this is going to depend on the SPY. Right now, you're starting to see the SPY come back, right? And we saw it right now try to take out the lows. And then what does it do? It does 3 wicks. And then on the 4th there, on that wick there down, you get a bullish engulfing on the 1 minute. So a little bit of reversal. Of course, what I would keep on watch, especially for the SPY, is the 1 hour. It's still in a bearish trend for that 1 hour pattern for me.
CRX highs.
Can we talk about how shiny gold is nowadays? R, definitely a rider today. Remember I was talking about R when I was looking at the USAK move? Look at this rider, man. Rider system, guys. This is starting to really move. Remember, this is Ryder right here, guys. Look for maybe to take out the highs and keep it going. I think this is all based off of that USAK move that you saw in trucking. Look at this thing. This thing's been an absolute monster rip on up. USAK, I think it has like what do we got now? We got 13 bars and only one red. Not a bad one to keep an eye out, guys. USAK, we'll see if Ryder can really keep moving there. Look at the daily chart, how this has started to really move here. We'll see if that one can keep pushing, maybe get on up there towards 85, 90s. Ryder system. Another, I would definitely take a look at some other trucking stocks. If you guys know some that kind of stand out to you, please bring it into the chat. Is someone trying to get out of your closet?
I laughed at the same thing.
Is someone trying to get out of your closet, Zunaid? It sounds like aluminum's being tapped on it.
What do you mean? There's no one back there.
I know what they're hearing. They're hearing my computer. I normally have the music on, so you don't get that. So let me go ahead and get that music going here.
Yeah, we don't want
my
computer.
I was like, because I had muted my mic on my end, and I was like, wait, what are you talking about?
Yeah, my computer likes to take off.
You see this? Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. See, my monitors went back out. So, you know.
You see that, guys? Come on, guys. We got to get Zunaid some cables or something. I don't know what's going on.
I was telling Ryan before you guys hopped on, after pre-market prep, I've started gathering parts and what I want to order. I didn't want to say it.
I know. I said it.
While Ryan and I were graciously waiting for your arrival, I told him that I've started picking out parts that I want. I just need to go to Micro Center this weekend and have them build it so that I hopefully will be ready to go on Monday. Where is my bro? I swear I can't. KSCP. If I go to KSCP and if it's not a whoa move, I'll be upset.
It's a whoa move.
It's a whoa move. All right, cool. That is a whoa move. All right, sweet. All right.
Night scope, man. The robots are out.
You passed my check, Mr. Ashton. Because sometimes people are like, SoFi moving to the moon, and it's like a $2. It's like a 2-cent move.
That is such an annoyance for me. Oh my god, the stock is ripping. Looks at stock up 3 cents. It's like, come on, man.
UPST, come on, baby. I think we might be able to get 50% on this move, or on these contracts rather.
Will Thinkorswim work on a Tesla screen? Mark, that's a good question. I'll be honest though, for me, that would endanger my own life as well as those around me. If I was able to monitor the market while I was driving, I don't think that's a good idea for me. That's just me though.
Yeah.
All right, traders, I'm going to go ahead and bring in some music. I'm going to change it on up here today. I feel like we're a little bit slower here, not moving so fast. So I'm going to try to speed us on up and bring a little bit of energy into here. Let me know if it gets too loud out there, guys. Like always, let's keep it going here. Support us. Hit the like.
Yeah, hook through 2 here, by the way.
Oh, the hooker.
It's at VWAP right now. So
where the hell are my positions?
all right, I'm going to try hook here 201. We'll see.
I'll join you.
I'm talking super tight, like 2 cent stop, Zunaid. I'm out of this if it starts to pull back here.
All right, well,
and I'll be honest, sometimes I'm nervous about that because I don't want VWAP totally acting as resistance. Sometimes I'm nervous about that, right? Because I don't want to shout it, have a whole bunch of people follow me in only to have me dump it. That's not the goal. The goal is to scalp this to the upside for a couple of cents. We may or may not get that.
So you're saying if it gets to $2.02 and it dumps, it's because you dumped your shares on me.
I can't speak for you. Here we go. So we're through 201 at 202 now. I'd like to see some push here.
Oh man.
I'm doing my best, my man.
No, I know. I'm just having a little bit of fun. For me, I'm gonna go ahead and risk about 6 cents. So I got filled at $2. 194 will be my stop loss.
Doom.
What's a firm at? Not a firm. What's UPST at? UPST hanging.
Hook trying to take 203 down here. We'll see. Lots. Oh man, yeah, it's really struggling. It's really struggling to push over that VWAP. At VWAP now, but struggling to push over it.
Looking at Hook or Night Scope? Ryan's so focused on the Hook. The tells.
I'm focused on this just because.
Look at that, guys.
I'm focused on it because it's going to happen fast. I'm either going to be there or I'm not going to be there. So.
Hook. Here you go, guys.
I don't think it's. I don't think this is it. Yeah, that's fine. Gotta be on top of it. And of course, it just shook me out. Now remember, now that I'm out of it, Zunaid, it's time for you to bank.
Wait, when did you get out? Wait, what?
Flat.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait a minute. I don't see it on my chart. What's going on?
No, I mean, dude, we're not talking about huge amounts of shares. I had 5,000.
Yeah, no, I know. So let me ask you this then, since we're waiting for the trade to take place.
Well, here we go.
It's
pushing now that I'm out of it, so you're good.
You got out of it because it was taking too long, aka you felt like there was a bigger battle than you expected. I'm trying to understand the mentality.
So we're at VWAP, right?
Right.
So clearly, there's a battle between buyers or sellers. The stock is trying to go in one direction or another. It doesn't want to stay on the VWAP. It wants to move in one of those directions, or the other direction.
Right.
I told you going into this, my stop was going to be real tight, 2 cents maybe.
Right.
It's when it would pop above the VWAP, it would immediately get shelved by sell orders, and it would come back in and try to test that again, and the same level kept getting filled up with sell orders. So when it came back down to 201, I was like, okay, what I'll do is I'll wait for this to set
out
up
WPM.
again.
Stop out on WPM. Sorry.
Nope, all good.
All right, so for Hook, I see a cup and handle pattern here. So I'll be looking for a little bit of a pullback. Make sure that this pullback can hold. You're seeing lower highs. That's not a bad look. I wouldn't want it to break down through, let's say, 195s on the downside here. I want to see that push through 210s, but it does look like a cup and handle type of pattern here on Hook. I like it on the 15-minute. If you use the 5-minute, you might see a little bit less of that pattern. 15-minute, to me, it looks like the best chart for Hook right now, but that's always based on your own preference.
Look, Hook can go ahead and cup and handle meat at $2.10 if it wants. Just give me a nice trade here.
The spot looks like 214, but that would be nice. See, now what's annoying is that now we're actually building above that VWAP. Had we have been doing that before, Zunaid, I would not have closed it flat because I would have felt, all right, well, we're actually using VWAP as support. When I was in it, I wasn't sure if VWAP was support or resistance because it kept going back and forth, which is another reason why I didn't want to front run that trade going into the VWAP. Otherwise, you could have had all you wanted at 290 or 198 or whatever.
Yeah.
All right, guys, getting all out of MRO here at 43s. Let's see if I can get, I'll just take 42s. All right, guys, it got up there towards 21.50, so not a bad trade there on MRO. We talked about today how the trade of the days to watch were oil and gold, and there you guys have it. Nailed it.
Here you go on Hook, by the way.
Hook.
So huge wall at 205. You think you take that down, you might get your 210 here on one pop.
I'm going to go ahead and sell half my size at, same thing, $2.08 like I did last time. We'll see if I get filled. I'll let y'all know.
Mark's asking, do you guys ever trade gold, oil, or S&P futures options? Yes. In fact, I believe Mitch is trading an oil stock right now. Zunaid
I just finished oil.
Zunaid will trade options on anything that's moving around. He doesn't give a damn. I believe Mitch outlined gold prior to this, and I don't think any of us are trading the futures.
I want to get, I want to get into futures trading. I haven't though. I want to wake up at 2 o'clock and be like, I'm bored. What should I do? You know,
I don't ever want
let's
that
lose
to
some
happen.
money.
I want to wake up at 2 a.m. and immediately
Yeah.
bored. What on earth?
Look, man, I just, we are blessed to click a few buttons and try to make some money
You got
or
that
lose
right.
money.
I'm not going to dispute that for one
know?
single second.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Where is my
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and try to see if we got any news out there, guys. I'm definitely paying attention. Retail sales, though, did come in, guys, today. They surged at 3.8% in January, which was more than expected amid inflation rise. So let's see how those are doing today. Let me take a look, just like Macy's. It's setting on up. It doesn't look bad, guys. If you guys want to take a look at that Macy's chart, it is setting on up for a long pattern on the 15. It just held VWAP one last time. You could look for it to take out. I would look for an upside move towards 27 here. Like always, do your own risk assessment and your own entries here. But I do like the look here now that you're holding this 2650s for it to come back on up and take out maybe the highs here. Macy's, after good retail numbers, we'll see if that can hold there. I'll show you guys that Macy's chart. Look at that.
Getting OCD on hook, love it. No, and you know what, Zen Bullish, that's actually right. I mean, I've focused quite a bit of my attention on this one stock, and I'm staring at $100 gain. So was it really worth it? I would say no, probably.
$100 an hour, man.
What?
I said $100 an hour, man.
Yeah, I mean, you can look at it like that, but here's the thing: like that's assuming that you hold that every hour.
For sure.
Lose an hour just as easily. So, just kind of keep it all in perspective there.
We get to go to work and lose money, or have the opportunity to lose money.
This is one of the few jobs where that's the case, by the way. Try to come up with another job where when you show up and do what they ask you to do, you actually walk away with no money.
Let's not give Jason any ideas.
No, I don't.
Zunaid, you gotta stop that.
Luke might be watching.
I mean,
can you imagine?
Zunaid, right?
Can you imagine if he came up to me and he was like, "Listen, the affiliate numbers were garbage. We're gonna actually need $2,000 from you to make up for it."
I don't have a response to that.
Ryan's like, yeah, don't give ideas out there, man. Come on, dude.
Trading the market is hard enough, Zunaid. Why on earth are you adding layers of difficulty on top of it? I don't get it.
Ryan likes to keep the money in his pocket, Zunaid, not out of it. Come on, man.
I'm just saying. It'd be kind of funny.
Let's keep going, guys. Coin moving out there. Look at AAL, says Gene Martin. Let's take a look. Hey, you have it, guys. We talked about that trade. American Airlines holding well, the reopening trade, guys. We talked about it when it was at this symmetrical triangle here. I told you guys how I liked it because it was holding that VWAP and it just held for that third time. Look, it's been pushing on up, came back, gave you that lift, now up there towards 19. And we talked about this one yesterday, how it was a great opportunity after that big dip that happened on Monday. Man, I wish I would have been having a little piece of American Airlines again as it's pushing right back up.
Hook, I'm out at 198, lost 2 cents on it. It's below VWAP, below $2. I don't like it. I lost 2 cents on that trade.
It happens. BBIG holding in this formation, which I feel like is interesting. I know we got a lot of BBIG bulls out there. The chart, actually, the daily chart, this actually doesn't look terrible. Looks like we're kind of rounding up off the bottom. If we actually try to take a stab at this high, there could be a great trade in here. So if we try to make a move towards that 545 level, I think this would present some trading opportunity for you. I'm not in it though. Whoever called out Nightscope, thank you. I think that was Mitch, wasn't it?
No, it was actually someone in the chat.
It was someone in the chat.
Every time we talk about the ticker.
Yeah, I've been talking about it.
When they were like, it's moving. And I was like, it better be or else.
And then it was.
And then it was.
And then it was. Looking at this OSW, if I should take the swing trade or not. I mean, the problem is whenever I take these swing trades on these lower stocks, the percentage moves are so massive. Like a move towards 1234 is already a 13% move. So that's why I'm a little concerned about that. And then a move down towards the support, even from right here where you are, is a 10% risk. And so that's why I like this setup of this swing trade for OSW, but at the same time, I don't like it because the risk to the upside is 12. The risk, like the reward is 12%, the risk is 10%. That doesn't really make sense for me. I always want to be a little bit closer on that risk side than just trying to go into a one-on-one trade.
Yeah.
Oh my God, BKKT. See, this is the problem with watching Hook as closely as I was. We had the 861 level on BKKT figured out. We had a scalp trade through it. We then battled around it and we pushed up off of it. Now we're actually flagging higher, and it looks like we're trying to take out 9 here on BKKT. So looks like a couple of other possible trades that were here that just missed because I was focusing my attention somewhere else. So that's the opportunity cost. The opportunity cost of doing that today, unfortunately.
Yeah, on that pop-up BKKT, I said don't look for maybe for it to hold 850, right? And you get a low there a couple minutes later that goes to 847, but it's really quick. I'm sure you saw maybe very little shares traded there actually on the time and sales. Then it recovers 850 and then really quickly up there towards 880s. So those are the types of moves that I like if I'm trading that momentum type of trade.
Mike, right, I'm going to go ahead and take Mike's question real quick.
Sure.
No, I stay the hell away from OTC. Next. You guys welcome to have a different
over-the-counter pot maybe, but not over-the-counter stocks.
You've got UPST trying to go ahead and crack the closer to 150. Those contracts that we bought at 474, which were the 150 calls, are up about 40% now. Please go ahead and get out. I'm going to go and start getting my steps in before my 11 o'clock comes through. But again, that's UPST. Here, let me go ahead and quickly, if I can find the chart. I can't find the chart because I have too many tabs up. There it is. UPST, we got it near VWAP as much as possible, right around here. And then we've been enjoying the ride. So feel free to get out as you please, up about 40% on those. And I will see y'all tomorrow.
All right, guys. How are we doing out there, traders? Let's go ahead. Let's keep this going, guys. All right, I'm going to actually reach on out, see if we get some beginner trading action on here. Keeping an eye out on gold to see what happens. Ryan, I'll let you go ahead and start wrapping on up, getting on out of here. Definitely trade of the day was oil. Pascal's saying the MRO is still moving. Yeah, it's up there towards 2160s. I got out a little bit early, but like always, guys, the only thing you can do is make your own investment decisions. That's what we do here. We make our own and we learn from each other's process. That's what it's all about. Anything else you want to leave off with, Ryan?
Yeah, no, I'm just going to watch the broader market. I'll keep watching the scanner and see if anything sets up here. But for the most part, I want to watch where the how the S&P actually trades, especially with the relation to the VIX. We look like we're about flat here, maybe down just a little bit. Really nothing terrible yet. So you're absolutely right. Trade of the day was MRO and also Upstart, as it still pushes highs.
Well, Ryan, before you get on out of here, I do want to let you know the bad news is that tomorrow and Friday, unfortunately, I will be out at the ETH Denver conference, guys. So I'll be out there in Denver. If you guys want to go ahead and meet on up, hit me up. I'll be out there.
I'm struggling to understand why that's a bad thing.
Well, because unfortunately, you guys won't have me on live trading, but you guys will still have live trading. Spencer will be here. Spencer will run it.
Hold the fort down for you. I hope you have a good time at that conference.
Hey, appreciate it. And like always, just wanted to let you know, Ryan. Have a good one, man. Thank you.
Take care, folks.
All right, guys, let's go ahead. Let's keep going. Miami Boat Show says, boy, yeah, I mean, maybe we make a trade today. We can get a boat, but we'll see what happens there, like always. Let's keep it going, guys. I want to reach out to a trader right quick here and see if we can get him on. Like always, we're going to keep going here on Benzinga. Let me turn up the music a little bit here. Little turn up music here. Let me see if beginner wants to jump on with us today. All right, guys, let's go ahead. Let's take a look here. BP oil running nice. Yeah, we're going to start taking a look at some of the stocks. Tilray looking good, says David. Apple puts. We'll take a look at some of these stocks. Tesla like always, guys, go ahead and start throwing up some stocks. I'm going to take a look here in the chat. Might take a trade on this NEM trade here. I do like this bottoming action that we could reverse from that 64.08 level. So 64 would be kind of the risk here. Taking a look here at NEM here for a gold trade here. Let me go ahead and look at this trade, see how we're lining on up here. I want to let this 5-minute candle close and then make a move right back on above here. We just opened this candle at the 45, so give it about 5 minutes, 4 minutes here. If you can recover back above the 64s, we can use that as risk for it to come back towards the high. You can see here we came up towards a high there, then couldn't continue. I'm looking for a push back into this area, so it'd be to that 64.50s, and then we could look for a breakout above. All right, time to get some stocks in the chat and get those rolling here. Let's go. Let's go. Enjoy your break. I appreciate that, Born. We'll definitely see what happens out there. VIX futures expires today. Definitely keep your eyes on that. John, I hope you enjoyed that MRO trade, and let's keep going. All right, Tilray being called out. Let's take a look at Tilray there. I'll keep an eye on NEM at the top here, and of course looking at some other stocks there. So Tilray starting to lead there, really pushing on up here. If you look at the hourly chart, you're looking good here on this. So what I would look at is some laggard types of trades. So let's look at CGC. I always do this, guys. So laggard type. It looks like we're already missing a little bit of the extension there, and you can see how you could have been looking at CGC for the sympathy type of trade. You've seen Tilray take off. You can look at CGC. Let's take a look at Sundial. As Sundial start getting moving because of that Tilray move, I do like this trade here. It is setting up on the daily here off the 60 cents. So you guys could keep this one on your radar. Let's keep going. SPY puts. I'm going with the music here, trying to keep going with the flow. Let's go. Let's go. 443.45, very important to get back above. If we can't get back above there, we could see continued breakdown on this. Really need to get back above that 443.50s. If you don't hold that, you could see a takedown, come right back down and take out the lows here in the SPY and get the gold stocks to come right back on up. That's why I'm taking a look at gold to see if we trade these continuously. SPY puts do look interesting. I would be looking at that 443.50 mark, and then of course down there towards, let's say, 442. But like always, I'm not the best option guy, so I'm not going to say that I know exactly what to trade there on puts. Roblox moving back up. Yeah, I think that was a little bit of an over-exaggerated move, but can it keep going? I don't think it will. That's Roblox getting a little bit of a bounce. Will this keep coming on up? I don't think so. I don't like it that much. But like always, make your own investment advice, guys. This is only for educational purposes only. Let's look at Tesla here. Tesla also looks like a short today. Looks like we just hit 3 resistance off of that 909.64. If you went back up through that level, then yeah, you could look at that. But it looks like it wants to just reject, do a VWAP fade back down and get there towards, let's say, 904s. I'll keep this one on watch. Keep it going. Let's go. All right, let's go. Let's go. What's the dope on the conference in Denver? I'm in Fort Collins. Yeah, man, it's a ETH conference. So you're looking at Ethereum. You'll see a lot of NFT there, a lot of kind of protocols. So cryptocurrency conference, think about it that way. And I'll definitely be out there taking some kind of doing some recordings, some interviews. So, hey, if you guys want to check it out, definitely check it on out. I know that the tickets are already sold out, at least for the general public. So look to see if maybe you can check out some events. There are some events that still have ability to get in. Let's get some reggae in here, says Ashton. Let's start changing it on up. We got to start with the weight of sound. I got no problem with that, Ashton. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look at how we're doing on our light game. How are we doing on that, guys? I want to take a look. If we got over a certain amount of likes, I will get to DJ Hot's time and we'll change up this music here. It looks like we only got 225 likes today, guys. I'm going to need 300 likes for me to even start changing this up. We got over 617 people here. So do me the favor, guys. Take a second for us and support us. Hit that like. support us as we're going to go ahead and continue trading here live in front of you guys. I mean, just hit the like, guys, for the trades given today. I hope you guys appreciated that. We were on gold and oil, and we'll continue to watch this to see if we can make a trade. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and take a trade here. I'm going to take a trade on NEM here. We talked about a 5-minute candle. If it could get back above 64 and close there, we would look for a move back off the low of the day there. And I'm going to use the 63.93s here as the risk, taking a trade here off of the 64.01s here. So we'll see what happens. This is less than 10-cent risk here. I'll show you guys exactly the trade here, setting on up here. NEM taking the shot here. Let's keep it on the 5 so we don't get too excited there really quickly. We just took the trade there right off this candle here. Now we're looking for that 93 to hold and push back above the 64s. That's what we want to see. Let's see if we can get back there towards 64.25s. Can we get the likes, guys? We're at 286. We only need 14 likes so that we can start going into DJ Hoch time. Let's do it, guys. Let's keep it going, guys. To get the stick figure ready, man. All right, let's go ahead. Let's keep going on out there. Hope you guys are having a good time. Want to go ahead and find some good music for you guys to play. Got some good ones ready, guys. Hit that like. Let's see what we got. Did we get it? 300. There it is, guys. Let's get it going here. All right. So weight of sound is definitely our favorite one. So I can start on that one. But you know what? I'm going to start on a different one today. Let's go with we can go with let's go with the World on Fire. Because the world right now, it seems like it's on fire, guys. We'll see what happens. Like always, keep watch on those macro news. Hit the like. Let's keep going right here on Money Mitch and live trading. All right, you see BBIG? Let's go ahead. Let's take a look. We'll take a look at that. Might get stopped out of this NEM trade, but let's go ahead. Let's take a look at that. What are you looking at? So BBIG, let's go. All right, BBIG trying to get back above the 370s and holding there. We'll see what happens on this one. Let's take a look at the hourly chart. I love the hourly chart because I always look for these hourly pullbacks. This is a good level, 59 to go off of, right? You're seeing sideways action for a while, looking for that continuation on up. It kind of started here before. We take a look at the daily chart. We started when we got up there towards the 375 before. Let's see if we can get back towards 4 today. All right, look at this 15-minute chart here for BBIG. Not a bad look there. If I wasn't in my own trade, I'd be probably taking a look at this. I do like to push on up there, like the bottoming actions. Would maybe look for a push to really clear up there towards the 380s, but that's how it goes, guys. All right, getting out of this NEM trade, guys. Just stopped out there. Second stop out of the day, but our MRO still leading the way on the day, so can't be mad about that one. So on that MRO trade complete, we made just to kind of put some numbers out there. I don't really like to, but let's say over 100. And for these two losses on NEM and WPM, we lost 15 and 19 there. So NEM was about a $15 risk there. Not a bad trade there. On the upside, that would have made us $50. So just to kind of keep the perspective and how we're attacking these. BBIG, let's see if that keeps going there. I'm not going to take this trade. I'm probably done for the day, at least taking trades, but I will take stocks from the chat. NEM, Newmont Mounting, yeah, that was the one I was looking at. It's a kind of gold play there, but it wasn't holding there, so I just got on out. All right, let's go. Yes, stick figure is great. GME running also, says Easy. Yeah, take a look at GME. Let's take a look. Let's see how the kind of the apes are doing today. Looks like GME pushing well. I've talked about how you can trade IMAX with that AMC move. Look how IMAX pushing up. We'll see if that can continue making moves. CNK doing well today. AMC pushing on up there towards the 2050. We'll see if this can continue making moves, but not looking bad there. SPY is very important. What's going to happen there? Do we get the crush down? We'll see what happens on that. MRO top trade of the day, still holding the 2150s. We'll see if that can continue making moves. I'm already out of this trade. Can't be mad about it. John said he's done for the day. Have a good one. Hey, take care. Take care, John. All right, David, Money Whale Mitch, come on, jump on BBIG with us. I'm not so sure, man. I don't want to give up my gains today. I've given up about a quarter of them. Don't want to go ahead and keep pushing when I had a great trade on MRO. I'm new and looking to get into this. Best place to start and platform recommendations. Well, it's always about what is for your strength, Richard. Find what works best for you, what helps to your platform, your patterns, your strategy. Are you a scalper, swing trader? Find what looks best for you. All right, guys, let's go ahead. Let's keep it going. Stuart says he got the 3 rewards today. 3R. Not a bad day, Stuart. I love it. Zed, enjoy it. This is once in a lifetime. All right, let's go. Let's change it on up here. I got you guys. I'll go ahead and keep it going here. Try to find us the next song on up here. I've played this one before, but let's go for it. All right, let's go. Let's go. I'm gonna go to one of my favorite songs here by Soulja, Rest of My Life, guys. I hope you guys having a good day today and working at your trading habits. Always working to get better, and that's what it's all about. We're in this together like a family, guys, and we're gonna keep going here like a family. So check it on out, guys. The Rest of My Life. If I could be here trading with you guys, wouldn't be bad. Let's go ahead. Let's keep it going. All right, let's go ahead. Let's take a look at some of the stocks. Mitch, do you only trade oil? No, I trade what moves. I trade where the herd goes. A lot of what I do is what I'm going to show you right now. So a lot of what I do is looking at sector and industry analysis. So that's checking out the sectors. What is moving? Look how energy made that push today. That's why I was trading oil. Basic materials are the ones that I've been calling out. If you look at the daily charts, these have been strong since February and really strong. And so those are the ones that I'm looking at right now. Of course, some people like to trade technology, but I like to trade what is moving. So if we look at basic materials, what is up leading us is aluminum and gold. You could be trading aluminum because that is really strong. Like a stock like Alcoa, that's been really strong lately. And I don't trade aluminum often, so I was looking at gold. But you guys could be looking at different plays too. It could be maybe a coal play. BTU is finally taking a little bit of a pullback, but this has been a big rip as of late. So. And I mean it. And I mean it. What's up? What's up, man? Hey, looks like beginner might be coming on here, so I'm gonna try to go ahead and get him on here at 11 here. Just hit 11, so guys, hit the like. Let me give him the invite here.
When I'm falling out, yo, they pull me back in. They say we got fun, but learn this goes. Music don't go deeper, no, but we think we could help this world if
Only we try. Jim wants me to take a look at SoFi. I'll go ahead and I'll take a look at SoFi. Do you think gold will keep ripping? Yeah, I kind of do. I've been talking about that since the morning, but we'll keep watching that. Stick figure, the best music for driving my BMW with the top down and going 100. Hey, Thomas Mueller, be careful out there going 100, but I can't blame you for the music choice. Jay, you haven't been on John's channel since I left. Hey, well, I mean, hey, John's pretty good too. I like John as a trader. Just because I left doesn't mean you don't got to watch it, Jay. You can watch it. When you called out BTU on February 2nd, I added an option to a watch list. It's up 1,700% there. I'm not in it, but good call. Hey, David, keep tracking my stuff, man. I won't be mad if you keep tracking it. And call me out on my winners and losers. That's what I want you guys to do, because at the end of the day, I'm trying to improve also. I'm not perfect, guys. I'm trying to get better at this game just like you guys are. Last year was really that year that I can say it's not only just a little bit profitable, I was big profitable. And so that's what I'm really trying to build off of. I'm trying to build on that big profitability to keep adding sizing into my accounts and then sizing up, right? And so a lot of that to me is just adding capital and adding capital as you see the gains come. All right, let's go ahead. Let's take a look at some of the other stocks out there. 170%. Hey, still a good move there. 1,700. Whew, that would be a monster. All right, let's go Upstart. Let's take a look at Upstart. Ooh, that NEM is now kind of reversing there. Kind of like it there, but you see how it stopped me out on that 85 move, but now it's coming on back strong. I do like gold there, but since I already got stopped out of this trade, I'm going to leave it right now, even though I think it could make a move back to 64.50s. The SPY taking out the low is what I would look for. If that happens, then of course, yeah, you can get that continued down momentum. Of course, guys, we're getting towards the time. It's 11:03. Remember this, guys, and I talked about this on Money Mitch. I'm going to interrupt the music really quickly. Fed minutes come out at 2 p.m. This is so important. I know some people thinking that the market's not going to move on this number or on the minutes. Guys, pay attention. Last time we got the minutes, the market's just hit hard on the downside. So I'm paying attention to that. I'm paying attention to Russia comments. This is what can turn around any good trade. You can have the best swing trade on, but if a macro event comes in and changes the trade, you got to understand knowing where you're outs on both sides, right? And so if you see the SPY rip, if I was in oil trades, I would be kind of worried. I'd be like, why is the SPY ripping? You know, what's going to happen to my gold? So just pay attention. Look for those macro headlines to kind of move the market today. 2 p.m. is going to be put out those minutes. And I think that you're going to start seeing a lot of trading happen around that time. And what's going to happen, I really don't know. So the only thing I can do is alert you to it. All right, let's go ahead. Let's get to it. Want to bring on my man, John London in the back. What's up, bro?
What's up, man? Good to see you, bro. How you been doing in these markets, man? The SPY has been so sideways, brother.
Dude, I've been killing it, John.
Nice,
killing
man.
It, man.
Hey, at least somebody is, because choppy markets last 2 days, brother.
You know, one of the things is a lot of times when I feel like moments like this, I feel like traders get very narrow. Like there's walls that get put up, right?
Right, for
and
sure.
So a lot of traders are watching what types of stocks, right? These growth stocks, right? Like the stocks that are in ARKK. Let's just put it like that, right? And so what ends up happening is those stocks aren't going anywhere right now. But what is moving is what I've been trying to point out. Like just look at what's moving, where the herd is, where the rotation is, and you're going to see, at least I've been calling out since last week, reopening trades. Sure. Those have been holding well. Cruise lines, airlines, Hilton, the lodging companies, even even the casino stocks are moving,
Right.
man. When you see those
MGM.
casinos, MGM, yeah.
man.
Look at Caesars. Even with bad
Right.
earnings, it didn't take a hit.
Right.
Those
I
are the
still
types of
think
stocks that I'm looking at.
Yeah, man, and I still think there's a lot of potential. A lot of stocks are still really beaten up over the last 2 years that are honestly healthy companies that'll be fine long term. But it's just they've been so beaten up the last few years that everybody's lost faith in them. But these are generally healthy companies, and as as society goes more and more back to normal, which it has been for like a few months now, those stocks will be fine, I think, for sure.
Yes, this is like Zen Bullish says. This is the call to the wild here. Jack London coming in here from the zoo here. Where do you see
sir.
these lions? It's crikey out there, man.
Yeah, bro. Honestly, dude, my son's name is actually Jack London, so the strongest name ever. I call him.
Jack.
So-
I miss Jack, man.
Yeah,
I
man.
miss the drawings, man.
Oh yeah, for sure, bro.
I'm waiting to hear about Jack had made $1 million in NFTs, but
Bro, he's been giving me his interpretation of Roblox. And speaking of Roblox, I don't know if y'all caught the earnings release today on Roblox, but
yeah.
Roblox got beat up too, man. He told me that he thinks Roblox will be around in 10 years, but he doesn't think it'll be as strong. And so, granted, he's an 8-year-old, and so we'll see how right he is. But yeah, Roblox, he's interested in that stock. I'm trying to get him into the stock market. So, but
Hey,
yeah,
we'll
man.
see if that one can catch there.
Yeah, for sure. But today, bro, the SPY and QQQ and everything has been so slow the last few days, brother. It's just been today. I was able to scalp a little bit on the short side of AMD. You remember me, man. I always love trading AMD, but I shorted it in the first like 30 minutes, and then after that, it kind of slowed down, and so it's been kind of chopping up and down over the VWAP, and so just neutral, just not favorable action,
Yep. A lot of it. I've seen that we get these kind of like little pushes, and then the SPY just goes quiet.
Right. Exactly.
And then when that happens, it's kind of sucky because we don't get the continuation moves. That's what I've been seeing a lot. And so this has been kind of more of that market that, I mean, if you got a profit, you might want to just take it, dude.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, markets like this, and I talked about it earlier, like markets like this are what eats new traders' money. If you're trading short term, you have to understand there's favorable markets and then there's markets that are not so favorable. And if you push too hard in the unfavorable markets, you're just going to lose money. And that's where a lot of new traders run into problems because they can't take their foot off the gas. They might be profitable traders, but because they have these really big drawdowns in their account that are usually from their inability to take their foot off the gas, they end up kind of losing when they would be winning. And so one of the best skills you can have in trading, I heard you talking about it a little bit before I got here, is learning how to cut losses. You might be able to, you might have the best trade idea ever, but if something goes different that you weren't expecting, the skill of cutting losses is a amazing skill that you should condition yourself to have in trading. And a lot of trading is just about conditioning through repetition. A lot of learning anything is about conditioning through repetition. And so you just repeat the good things, the right things over and over again, like Pavlov and the dog, and it'll become second nature.
Yeah, I definitely agree. But I want to give an alert there. Definitely BBIG getting some volume to come in there. I will let you guys know where I see some traders taking some spots, right? So time in sales, we got 20,650 at 374. So that's the level that I think someone stepped up there, and you start seeing the volume stack on up. So I would look for VWAP to hold now because you got that above VWAP, below VWAP, above VWAP look, right? And so I always look for the my rule of 3 coming into play here. So you got 1, 2. And now that you got in this third one and you got a little peak, you just don't want to see it break back below that VWAP if you're looking for that upside breakout to 4. I do like this trade. I liked it on the hourly. The pullback held perfectly towards that 360 spot. Now you're looking good here. We'll see if it takes out 384 on the upside. If that happens, I'd be looking for that move towards 4. I'm not going to take this trade, guys. I'm kind of done for the day, but it does look like a nice little setup for you kind of momentum traders.
Yeah. Kind of that red to green move setup, that U-shaped breakout pattern, kind of where it forms a U. You get like a little bit of a cup and handle. You just want to see volume come in. Volume coming in is what you want right here, really. And that's what's going to kind of decide the trade is volume.
Yeah, definitely. For the breakout, you're going to need that volume, right? And so
Right.
that's why I was highlighting that volume on that last pop. You want to see the stack of volume. Now, if you look at the time in sales, what are you seeing? Bunch of volume just flowed through, and high volume, not like hundreds of shares. We're seeing 8,000, 6,000, 7,000. Those are the share orders that show bigger risk taking.
Right.
It's not these algos that are jumping in there with like, oh, I'm gonna put 50 shares at a time and try to build up a position, build up the move. No, when I see those big orders like 20,000, 8,000, 10,000 shares right now at 376, to me, those are the bigger traders. Those are the traders that we can try to trade momentum off of, because that's when you're starting to see some retail traders start taking some shots.
Right, exactly. Once we start creeping up the green, a lot of people are going to get interested in it if it can hold up there.
Especially a stock like BBIG, right?
Yeah, bro, huge following, brother. A lot of traders interested in it. Same thing with AMC running crazy today. Those stocks that have been gaining those big followings, a lot of people think they're going to squeeze, but even if they don't squeeze, they have huge followings that'll influence the movement, short term especially.
Yeah, definitely. In the chat, we got a comment here from Jim. Jim said that my stop kicked in for WFG. That's a lumber trade. It was above 97 now, but had a large position. Had to respect the losses. If they start to form, it goes up, so be it. Yeah, man, that's the way you got to look at it. I know it's hard. It's really hard. I can tell you that right now. I mean, John and I have been doing this for years, and we know exactly how that feels when you get out of position and you see it rocket. I mean, I can't tell you the amount of times that we've seen that happen, and it's happened to us.
Oh yeah.
The main thing that you got to understand is, like always, just figure out what works for you. And I know this might sound simple. We say this all the time, but what works for you is so important, because it's going to match your personality. Personalities that can handle kind of those roller coaster rides. Yeah. I mean, hey, hang on tight and pull those underwears up and see if you can hang on to the shorts. But I mean, like always, one thing that I've noticed is my personality does not like the roller coaster. When I start seeing my P&L just going up 40%, down 40%, up 50%, down 30%, no, I just want to see that smooth ride on up. And then when I get my down waves, I want to limit my sizing to limit those down waves. And then when I see the patterns come back and play into the favor, boom, we press on that gas pedal and we try to push our returns. That's what really worked for me last year, is that when I noticed the struggle, and even there was a time or two last year where I did take a dip in these trades where, like, let's say I had trades that were up 15, 13%. I went all the way back to break even. Why? Because I didn't understand how to rotate fast enough. This happens all the time. You'll get your trades to go against you. It's the overall market. Sometimes the setup was perfect. The setup was working great. It was moving up. Then some news comes out about the Fed, and next thing you know, you're looking at your trade and you're like, well, what happened here? What we got to understand is there's always other factors, right, in trading, right? The variables are massive. And this is what I try to do. I try to increase the variables in my trades, especially the swing trades, because I feel like that can get me into higher conviction trades. How do you take your trades right now, John? And what are you looking at to try to give you high conviction?
So I've been scalping, for the last few years, really gotten effective at that. What I was going to say is a lot of the time, some of my best trades are trades where I'll get scared out of a position. I'll get stopped out. It looks too risky. And then it looks favorable again shortly after, and I'll jump right back in it. And that way I can kind of avoid the risk of holding on to it when it's not so favorable looking, but then I can still capitalize on it when it goes in the right direction. And some of my most profitable trades are doing that exact thing. So I'm one of those traders, like, I don't have an issue jumping right back in it if it looks better. If it looks better, if I get scared out and it looks better, I jump right back in it. Most of the time lately, I call it piggybacking off of large moves in the market. And so, when the SPY is choppy going up and down, I try not to attack it. But when we get a big, obvious, like self-evident directional move in the upside or downside, maybe over or under the volume weighted average price, I kind of piggyback off of that move. I look for a large move that has a lot of emotion in it, and then I take that direction. So if we get a big move underneath the VWAP, I'll take a small short into a small bounce on the upside, kind of piggybacking on the larger move. capitalizing on that emotion. Same thing on the upside. If we get a big rip over the volume weighted average price with a lot of traders obviously paying attention to it, I'll buy a small dip and then sell really quickly on a bounce. Not taking a super long-term trade, just trying to capitalize on, you know, kind of piggyback off of those big moves in the market is what I call it.
I like it. And I mean, just to kind of mention, one of the traders we have on pre-market prep essentially does a similar style to that, right? He's an arbitrage pairs trader. So a lot of the times he's looking for those big moves in the SPY. And what is he doing? He's actually going and finding names to short. Long the SPY, short some names, and catching that alpha. Because a lot of times what happens, right? We get those big moves in the SPY or the overall market, let's say the Qs or something like that. And then you get that degress after, right? It's not like it gives you a big bar and then a bigger bar and then a bigger bar. I mean, we all wish that would happen, but I mean, let's just
Very
be honest.
rare.
Yeah, a lot of times, what is it? It's a big bar, quick momentum, and then that degress of that pattern. Then you get that extension if you do get the next continuation. But I've been seeing that also. So that's why I've been talking about more quick to the profits, right? Because, I mean, if you get those quick moves and they go in your favor, a lot of times in this market, it's better, I think, to take these smaller base hits in this market than what we were used to last year, which was, man, hustle that softball. I'm ready to take a swing, baby.
Turn into Mike Trout real quick, you know.
Yeah, dude. We all thought we were Mike Trout last year, man.
Yeah, bro. And honestly, well, big home run trades, especially in this current market, they cause big drawdowns. And so, like, you could take big home run trades, but understand it's going to be a lot more swingy. If you take big home run trades, you're going to take big losses as well. And a lot of people are just not meant for that type of swings, like for those type of swings. They're just not meant for it. I'm not meant for it. I would much rather small, consistent gains instead of huge wins and huge losses with a small margin of profit. It's a lot better for me to just take small base hits.
Yeah, definitely. I kind of agree with that completely. I mean, one of the things is that a lot of traders have been too used to hitting home runs. I can't blame you if you were used to hitting home runs and you're looking for base hits. That's like saying Mike Trout is bunting on the next at bat. I don't think he's bunting on the next at bat, but let's just be honest here, guys. We have to be able to adjust. Adjusting 100%. Is the most important thing, especially as a day trader. John knows this. And as a day trader, if you don't adjust, what happens? Market eats you alive, man.
Yeah, man, you get hurt.
real quick, you become lunch meat. The biggest thing here, I think, is always kind of understanding where your risk parameters are, what works best for you. You see John right now, he's like, okay, so I'm a scalper, I'm looking for momentum, I need that big candle on the spot. Because if I don't get that momentum in the overall market, what has been happening? Choppy chop.
Right. So and technical trading is all based off of what people see. And so when you get big candles, other people see it and they're more likely to bet in that specific direction. You know, technical analysis works because other people think it works. And so when a lot of people see big candles, big red candles, big green candles, they're just much more likely to attack that specific direction. You get more buys, which help longs. You get more shorts with big down candles. That helps, obviously, more downside trends. So
something definitely to keep on watching. Now, one thing that I'll be looking for is what happens today. I mean, on the macro front, I mean, things are definitely flip-flopping every kind of second here. We'll see what happens on that. Last thing I want to kind of leave off is, John, so one of the things that I wanted to kind of give off to is your kind of educational videos. I know that you do your day trading on every single day, so if you guys want to check that on out, definitely check that out. That's at Beginner Trading. All you got to do is just check it out. It's definitely will come up if you hit that search bar. But one thing I'll tell you guys to do is to check out the training videos, because that's one thing that I think John really does a great job on, is going through his strategies and trying to explain it to other traders, or just even breaking down like VWAP. I know that a lot of traders like that I talk about VWAP, and you guys look for trades that like are related to VWAP. John does a lot of these and has great videos for that.
Yeah, for sure. I just sent you one in the private chat if you want to post it. It's a video on detailing my scalping system. So it kind of shows what I do, kind of what I was talking about piggybacking off of bigger moves. And I think if I do have a a skill that I do well. It's explaining what I'm doing in the market fairly well. At least I hope I do. And so let me know in the comment section of that video, guys, if you think I do. And as always, I appreciate being on the show, brother.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. I mean, at the end of the day, it's about kind of getting the understanding. And just like I tell you guys out there, right? We like to know the feedback because we're trying to improve too. John and I think continue to work on our game to improve because that's what it's all about, man. And the moment you get complacent, that's when the market kind of starts driving without you and really forgetting you. So you got to be able to be flexible, look at different trades, look at your data. I know John's really all about taking data also. So if you guys want to check that on out, check out that video. I threw it up in the chat, and we'll have you back next week, John.
Hey, man, sounds good, brother. Just let me know. Y'all be safe today. Good luck for the rest of the week, and we'll see you guys next time.
Hey, thank you, John. All right, there you guys have it. We'll go ahead and wrap on up here. We got 9 minutes left, so I'll take some stocks from the chat. We'll do a little review of the overall market, taking a look at my swing trade here. Still in the green on AU, but I want to see a little push. Gold has been pushing consistently. GOLD, this is one that we talked about before the market opened, and you guys know I've been saying it all morning.
I love gold.
Gotta love the gold, baby. Gotta love the gold. We'll see if this can continue to move. And oil also making a strong move today. Those were the areas to watch for us today, and it did really well. We'll continue to watch some of these trades. There's Jim saying bye. Let's go to Apple here. AAPL. Alejandro wants to take a look at 170. I think is so important. I've talked about this level plenty of times on Apple. If Apple can't hold 170, I'm not going to be bullish on this market. I want to see Apple up there towards the 180s. If it breaks 170 again, I'm going to be very bearish on the market, and Apple a lot of times determines that. There's beginner trading. You guys, if you guys want to check him on out, definitely click his link there in the profile on the chat, and you guys can find him. Did throw up that link to that video. I'll throw it up one last time here if you guys want to check out that video that beginner trading was talking about. All right, let's keep going here. Can you take a look at NVIDIA, says Cole. Let's go ahead. We take a look at this almost on a daily, but I have no problem taking a look. We'll see if this can continue to hold. The pullback right now is okay. This doesn't matter right now. As long as it can hold the 250 for pullbacks right now, I kind of like, and I would look for a breakout tomorrow on NVIDIA. It's okay to close sideways today and then look for a takeout tomorrow if you're looking for a push on up. Of course, if the Fed minutes just gives us a push in the market, you could see this get back through that 270. All right, let's keep going. WWE. All right, let's take a look at WWE. I was looking at this one. It has been hot lately. This one had a buyout offer a little bit back, and it didn't take it. But now look at this push here. We'll see if it can continue pushing through 60. Last 3 weeks has been really strong. Not a stock that I trade often, so I will say that. Don't know too much about WWE at this level in time. I would look for a push above 60s, but it has been strong the last couple of days. Could pull back to, let's say, 56 or 54 before getting that next lift. Google, it's puzzling. Let's take a look. All right, so to me, take a look at the weekly. Weekly, we have 1, 2, 3 highs to try to break down out. I think you're coming back towards the 26. Even though you had a big pop on here, it just not lasting right now, guys. No moves, even with good earnings. Like, look at Amazon. Amazon had really good earnings, popped on up, still hasn't really held the breakout move. Tesla not holding the breakout move either. I think I'm looking for something to really push. Like, look at Microsoft. Microsoft had good numbers. We had a good outlook. Now we're like right back towards 295s. If this cracks on down to 282s, I'm not going to be feeling too confident about the Google and kind of the tech trade right now. That's why I'm not trading those tech names. At least I wouldn't be trading them to the upside. PayPal being mentioned in the chat. This one has been a warning sign from me since the start, guys. There's so many people that have been telling me, oh, I'm going to take PayPal now. I'm going to take PayPal now. I'm going to take PayPal now. Look at CNBC, guys. And this disgusts me sometimes, guys. They were on four money managers, 4 of them, all recommending PayPal over a month ago. Where would you be now? you would be destroyed. This is why I always say, guys, be careful. Stocks like that are just out of favor, try not to catch the bottom, because if you're trying to catch the bottom, you're literally playing with knives. And so to me, until PayPal really gives us a strong move on up, you cannot leave it alone. There's too many people recommending PayPal right now and saying, oh, well, I'm going to take it long. I'm going to take it long. I'm going to take it long. This was a month ago, guys. You would be up here at 188 and you'd be down about 40%. So just be careful out there, guys. Don't want to see people get crushed. And I mean, hey, that's definitely what I don't like to see, guys. And that's why I kind of mentioned moments like that where you get everybody to say, yeah, this is a buy, when literally it was one of the worst buys I've ever seen called out, and by 3 money managers. Yeah. I mean, take for that case, I mean, even Jim Brown was a part of it. I mean, there's some good guys that were a part of it too. So I personally just don't like those. Look at Square. Square could probably break down through the low, get right back through 100s. I've been looking for a 90 touch or 80 touch on Square. That's where I'll start getting interested. But it needs to put in a strong candle, guys, for me to even take a look. PayPal took a L on that one. I'm out. Yeah. PayPal just not doing well as of late. Visa did a little bit better, guys, and held on. MasterCard kind of held on too. But look at PayPal and look at Square. And those are not the charts that I want to be holding. All right, what's going on out there? What's going on out there, Beach Bum Dylan? What's up? All right, guys, we got about 3 minutes left. Time to take some stock analysis here to see what we're seeing for the rest of the day. BBIG trying to get through that 375. We'll see if we can get that lift on up here. There's been a significant amount of volume here, so I don't think it's a bad look here to, let's say, risk off the 371, looking for that push here above the 375, going towards 4. That would be a 25-cent risk for like a 4-cent risk on the downside. You're looking at a more than 5-to-1 return. So I don't find this a bad trade on BBIG, but like always, make your own investment decisions, guys. This is only for educational purposes and not for investment advice. I'm going to go ahead and end up on here. What other stocks do you guys have mentioned? Let's see if there's one more that we can touch. CJC might go again, says Daniel. I know that we were looking at that one with Tilray leading the party. Tilray, let's see if we get another ride on up there towards 750. And you could look at CGC here and look for it to take out the same, right? Very similar charts. That's why I look at the industries. Look for it to take on out, let's say 9 on CGC. And on Tilray, that would be, man, I'm a little tired today, guys. Had a long night. We're going to look to see if we can get back up there towards the 750s. 730 seems they'll be holding right now. All right, guys, I'm still in the green on my AU. Going to go ahead and keep holding this, guys. I have an average, I'll tell you guys right now, 21.23s. So just down here towards the lows. We'll look at this, can rip back on up. Might take an ad if I start seeing a push towards 21.50. The big thing is going to be the Fed minutes. What happens at 2 p.m. That's what you guys need to keep a watch out for. That's what I warned about on Money Mitch yesterday. If you guys don't watch Money Mitch, I mean, live trading is really all kind of, I build off of live trading on Money Mitch. So go to Money Mitch, guys. Check it on out. That's at 4:30 Eastern every single day except Friday. This week, I will be missing Thursday just because I will be out there at the ETH conference. So if you guys want to go ahead and meet me out there, let me know. Hit the thumbs on up. Let's keep going. Let's keep building our skills. And remember what I said, guys. From the beginning of the day, I said, I love gold. I love the gold, guys. I love the gold. We'll see if I get a little sprinkle. A little sprinkle on my gold trade. We'll see how that works out. MRO was a trade of the day. I hope you guys enjoyed that. And we killed it. And that was also brought by the chat. Chairmo, shout out to you. Let's go ahead. We'll start wrapping on up. Is that a YouTube channel? No, that's right here on Benzinga, guys. I come on right here on Benzinga. So let's go ahead. We'll wrap on up. See you next time and keep going. Up next, you guys have Benzinga Live with Spencer Israel and AB. Definitely check that on out, guys. Until then, hit the like. Looks like we got over 347 likes. Can we get to 400 before we get on out of here? I'll see you guys next time. Up next, you guys will be talking about Shopify, NVIDIA earnings. So if you guys want to talk a little bit about some tech, go ahead and check that on out. See you next time. Let's keep it going, Tree.
Check